Hey, John, it's Fran. And I am trying to get this recorded for you, and it's really interesting because I'm doing it one-handed. And I hope that this works. The story is who is older, Santa Claus or Jesus? And the story is set out in Bethlehem. It was, my goodness, many years ago, about 2000 in fact. And there lived there a man whose name was Alexander McAllister Claus. And he lived there with his wife. Now, he was a very old man at the time of the story. And his wife and he had raised 12 children. Well, one day his wife came in and she said, "Oh, Sandy, you would not believe it. They say just down High Street in a stable, the Son of God has been born. Can you believe it? And everyone is going to visit him and they're all taking gifts. There are even some kings that have come and brought riches. Oh, Sandy, we've got to go. We've got to go see God's son and we've got to bring him something." And Sandy said, "Aye, woman, you're right. That is something we need to do." And she said, "Let's see now. Oh, I have made this wee little shawl for a babe. It's just perfect and it's blue, so it'll be just right for him. What are you going to bring, Sandy?" Sandy looked and he saw a big red apple and he says, "I'm going to take this apple." And she says, "What? You're going to take the Son of God an apple? Are you daft? He's a wee babe. What on earth would a babe do with an apple?" "Oh, Sandy, you don't know anything about babies." Sandy said, "Well, I know a bit. I fathered 12. And she says, "Aye, and you raised them with quite a bit of help, I would imagine, if you're going to bring a babe an apple." "Oh, Sandy." Anyway, they went down. And sure enough, now if you've ever been to a stable, you know they're dark, they're dank, there's a certain air about them that you really and truly just do not want to inhale too much. But this stable, they walked in, and the air, it was as fresh and crisp as a fine spring morning. It was clean as fresh mowed hay. There was not a single dank aspect about it. And the light, there was a brilliance in there that seemed to come straight from the wee babe that was in his mother's arms. Sandy's wife looked at the babe, and she looked around and she nudged Sandy and she said, "Look over there. Do you see it? There's gold." Sandy, some of the kings brought gold. And you've got an apple there. You daft old man. Sandy said, "Hush, woman." And then she nudged him again and she said, "Sandy, do you not see it?" And Sandy said, "Listen, the babe has no use for the gold. Now the mother will use the gold. The father will use the gold. But the babe, the gold will be helpful, but it's not for the babe, it's for the parents." She says, Sandy, look, there's frankincense. The most costly of incense you could possibly have. Sandy, can you not look and see? How priceless." And Sandy said, "Woman, take a sniff of the air about here. Do you not see that this air has a freshness and a fragrance that no incense in the world could ever possibly sweeten more? That's not a gift for the child. Now, the parents can use that, and because it is so costly and dear, they can sell it and they can find a way to provide for the babe. But that's not a gift for the babe. That's for the parents." She said, "Sandy, look at that. There's myrrh. Sandy, the finest perfume in all the world is right here. And you brought him an apple, you daft old man." He said, "Hush, woman. What use does a child have for perfume? All he wants to smell is his mother's sweetness. No, that perfume is not for the child. It's for the mother and the father. Now, you just bide your tongue, woman." Well, Mrs. Claus went up and she gave her a little wee curtsy. And she said, "Here, madam, I brought you this wee shot. It's really not much. And I should be ashamed of myself. It's just not what I should have brought at all. Or it's not worthy of the baby." Mary smiled sweetly, reached out, and she says, "It's beautiful. It is perfect for him. We have something now to wrap him in. And the love that you put in making this makes this a gift above other gifts." Miss Claus went back just beaming, and she says, Now, Sandy, you go and give her your apple. Silly man. Sandy took the apple, and he had polished it up so that it was bright and shiny, and he held it out. And when the babe saw the apple and saw the light that was reflected in the apple and all the brilliant reflections coming up from the back, the baby began to gurgle and coo and gurgle and reached out, and with his mother's help he took the apple and he brought the apple, the coolness, up against his cheek and rubbed it on his little raw gums, and he cooled and he chortled, and he tucked it under his chin and went to sleep. Everyone was amazed. Well, as they went out with the hush, all of a sudden a voice from above, an angel was on the top of the stable, and she looked down and she said, Alexander McAllister Claus, we were watching, and you truly know what brings delight to children. Now, here is what we're giving you for such a gift. You will live for as long as there is a child that holds the love of this child in his heart. And you will go around the world on the birth date of this child, and you will take gifts, whatever these children thinks is the gift that will make their hearts sing with joy, because that will be a representation of the joy and the love that this child will bring to all people. And as long as there's a love of this child in the world, you will share this precious gift of this child. And so, that is proof that Alexander McAllister Claus, or Sandy Claus, or Santa Claus, if you will, is older than Christ. Thank you.